So it's ironic because on the one hand, you want to feel connected and you might even feel victimized by loneliness. At the same time, you're exhausted from giving out so much that really you just want to regenerate yourself.
For powerful mothers, you see that quite often. Mothers give so much to their sons and daughters. Every day you wake up, you're concerned about, okay, how can I nurture this child, give them what they need? But very seldom you're asking, what? What do I need? You forsake what you need until you realize that you've been working so hard to connect to them that you didn't connect to who?
To yourself.
But it creates this thing called loneliness, and you're waiting for someone to show up and do the same for you because you've done it for so many people.
That is a great point. A lot of mothers and wives, people who give out a lot habitually, they feel undernourished. I like to use that word because that sounds like something you can do something about. Anyways, they feel undernourished and maybe even underappreciated.
Okay.
Maybe not seen, maybe not understood. All these things go on and it creates a deficit, an emotional deficit. So even if the child comes in the room and says, hey, mommy, let me do something for you, it's difficult to receive it because you've been so used to giving out that your receptors are turned off.
And part of it too, you program that it's selfish to receive it. A lot of people program too, so you're like, oh, no, I'm here for you. That's what it is to be selfless, and that's an erroneous belief as well, but ineffective for sure. So continue. You're saying that they're burnt out because they're giving so much, they don't know how to receive it.
And then, like to your point, they might feel guilty or shamed by receiving from someone that they're responsible for. So they don't see it as a reciprocal thing, even though it is a reciprocal thing. And that creates the loneliness too. I don't feel understood. Nobody knows what I need. Nobody knows how I feel. I'm alone in this. And so even then, disconnected from themselves, disconnected from other people, a perceived sense of isolation.
I've heard that a lot in working with extraordinary clients. They'll say how they show in an extraordinary way for so many people, like the light of the party or the house, whatever, and they're just connecting. And someone's like, that was the greatest conversation ever. And they feel like they're a million miles away because you weren't interested in anything about who they were. They had you do all the talking, you got fulfilled, and you had no idea who they are. All you think is, they listen to me. So it's fascinating how a lot of great listeners and people who give so much actually set up the scenario where they become very lonely because they don't know how to receive, or people are not listening to them, and they're always the light of the party and listening all the time. So there's so many ways people get into those pernicious cycles of being drained and feeling